We are still learning the details of the death of Alexei Navalny. Alexei Navalny was 47 years old. He was in a Russian prison camp, and he was a foe of Vladimir Putin's. And I don't think it came as a surprise to anybody that he was found dead. We do not, of course, know the reality of the circumstances of this death. We are hoping to learn more about it. What we have from the Associated Press, Alexei Navalny's spokesperson confirmed the Russian opposition leader died at a remote Arctic penal colony, saying he was murdered, unclear where his body was, as his family and friends search for answers. Now, there are gossip tabloid type articles saying the body's been found, it's covered in bruises. That stuff has not yet been verified by any media outlet that I would consider trustworthy, so I'm going to stop short of that. The last official statement is the whereabouts of the body are not clear. We have a Reuters article, which also explains what do we know. It tells us Navalny was at the IK-3 penal colony north of the Arctic Circle. His death was announced by the Federal Penitentiary Service. They said on February 16, in penal colony number 3, convict Navalny felt unwell after a walk, almost immediately losing consciousness. The medical staff arrived immediately. An ambulance was called. All necessary resuscitation measures were carried out, which did not give positive results. Doctors of the ambulance stated the death of the convict. The causes of death are being established. Navalny's 69-year-old mother was given knowledge of the death and told the cause was sudden death syndrome. Now, I'm going to be super honest with you. This is extremely difficult to accept as some kind of accidental death or a death of natural causes. What we don't know is, he was unconscious shortly after a walk. We're talking about the Arctic Circle. When you look at the temperatures there, being unconscious after a walk could be he was put outside, became hypothermic, and then fell unconscious and essentially froze to death. That's one possibility. Could it be physical trauma? Could it be poisoning? It could be all of these things. For me, the takeaway here is it is at a great peril for us to fall for Tucker Carlson's videos about how great the supermarkets are in Russia and how great the McDonald's clone is in Russia. We've seen these attempts at rehabilitating the reputations of strongmen dictators. We've seen American journalists or propagandists go to North Korea. Well, actually, less Americans in North Korea, but we've seen propagandists go to North Korea and to Venezuela and go to the supermarkets and go, look at all these great olive oils and look at all this great stuff and it's so affordable and whatever. And lurking in the background is horrible, violent authoritarianism. And that's obviously some version of what we are seeing here in Russia. Now, do we yet have all of the details? Where is Navalny's body? We don't know. What exactly is the real cause of death? We don't know. How directly involved was Vladimir Putin? We just don't know. But to fall for the supermarkets really aren't bad and the architecture is kind of cool sort of stuff that allows the rehabilitation or circumvention, at least, of the brutality of these regimes, I believe that that's an extraordinarily dangerous direction to go. So horrible, horrible news about Alexei Navalny. Hard to be surprised. We will hopefully soon have more specific information here about what happened. If you're like me, and I know so many of you are just like me, you hate the sticking and the rubbing that comes with traditional underwear. I'm sure most gentlemen in my audience know what I'm talking about. Our sponsor, Sheath Underwear, solves the problem. They have a patented ergonomic underwear design, separate compartments in the front. Everything stays dry, cool, and comfortable. With Sheath, you do away with the chafing and the sweating. Everything can air out and breathe and be fresh. Large variety of designs, something for everyone. The air circulation in Sheath underwear allows for a huge difference. And you've got to try it yourself to understand. I can tell you firsthand. Next level comfort down there. Sheath also now is offering super comfortable women's underwear, as well as silky smooth base layer undershirts and bottoms for men. Sheath has world-class customer service, super fast shipping, over 20,000 five-star reviews. Sheath is the perfect gift for the men and the women on your shopping list. Check it out at sheathunderwear.com/Pacman, and you'll get 20% off with the code Pacman. The link is down below.